So meanwhile, a group of bipartisan senators said to be backing a bill that would block the president from ending Title 42 without a plan to replace it. Senator Tom Cotton, Republican in Arkansas. Senator, good morning to you. I'm looking at a list here. Mark Kelly wants an answer on this. You've got vulnerable Democrats in Nevada, New Hampshire, Arizona, perhaps, with tough re-elections in the fall. Can you reverse this with their help?
Well, Bill, that's exactly what we're trying to do. I think it's well said that these are vulnerable Democrats, not necessarily moderate Democrats. The Biden administration decision not just to stop the public health emergency order at our border, but to announce it a month in advance is insane. A lot of the damage has already been done. The word has now gone out around the world. Human traffickers and drug cartels are telling people that the public health emergency order is over in America, that you can get there and you can get in. I'm afraid that that's exactly what's going to happen. But we're insisting that the Biden administration wants to continue to say that there's a public health emergency, and that's why they have to have $10 billion more to spend, or that's why toddlers have to wear masks on airplanes, or kids at Head Start programs have to wear masks. They don't get to say that there's not a public health emergency at the border and let in millions more illegal aliens.
I would add the airlines to that as well, and public transportation. I want you to listen to Secretary Mayorkas. He was on CBS News last night talking about their preparation for the removal of Title 42.
It's very difficult to predict what that migration will be, but we are planning for different scenarios. We are then at the border surging resources. What distinguishes us from the past is the fact that we will not implement policies of cruelty that disregard our asylum laws. We are rebuilding a system that was entirely dismantled.
So in that rebuilding, you would think that they would maybe have some things in place in order to do that, because if this is also hurting legal immigrants from being able to get here, and they've waited in line, they want to come to America, they want to do it the right way, and everything is just so backed up.
Yeah, Dana, that is nothing but political talking points. Just remember, it's the same gang of Joe Biden and Alejandro Mayorkas and all the rest that brought 2 million illegal aliens in our country last year. I guess they're not satisfied with the one-time record, though. They want to break their own record now. By some accounts of this administration, you might see 18,000 illegal aliens a day, every day. That would be like adding the population of Atlanta to this country every single month. There is no precedent for that. And it's all because of Joe Biden's failed policy and his rhetoric going back to the campaign, telling the entire world, if you brave the journey to get to our southern border, we will let you in. That's the exact wrong message.
Yeah, this whole question about whether or not you're prepared. It came up yesterday in the briefing. Peter Doocy had the honor, so to speak, with Jen Psaki.
Our team in Texas is saying that you guys are starting to give smartphones to border crossers, hoping that they'll use the phones to check in or to be tracked. Which part of that is supposed to deter people from crossing illegally?
You, of all people, since you've asked me a range of questions on this topic over time, would recognize that we need to take steps to ensure that we know where individuals are.
So they're going to get phones. I think the follow-up from Peter was, they can just throw them away if you want.
Yeah, Bill, the problem with this administration is that they think the role of our government at the border is to facilitate illegal aliens entering the country, to make them get in faster and relocate them more easily, as opposed to actually protect our borders and send them back. Remember, they're allowing America to be treated as suckers. The administration are not fools. They know exactly what they're doing. But America looks like suckers around the world. All you have to do is show up, say a few magic words. You've been coached oftentimes by drug cartels or even liberal charities at our border, and they let you in, as opposed to reserving asylum for who it's meant for, which are people who are genuinely suffering persecution because of their religion or their sex or their political views.
Indeed, and that's one of the reasons that, some people are seeing waits of up to like 1,000 days in order to just get a hearing. So they're not prepared. And I don't think it's very hard to predict what's going to happen.
Senator, please come back soon, okay? Tom Cotton there.
Yep. Thanks, Bill. Thanks, Dana.
One thing